Rob and Jordan, thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you all at Wine and Design on June 16th. Just log on to ApprovedHomePros.com right now to reserve your spot. You don't want to miss this. And now make the most out of your outdoor space. We've got Tony Vitali from Landscape Logic. Also 10% off, by the way, up to $500 and free consultations. You can call them at 619-399-2229, and we're going to give that number out again in just a few minutes.
We collaborate together with clients on a lot of projects with indoor-outdoor spaces. And what goes in functionally to an indoor-outdoor space, and what are the elements that you do on a job?
You know, on a typical project, what we always try to do is get our clients to live in their outdoor space. And if you're not living in your outdoor space, there's some issues there. And we should talk. Really, we should talk, because it's very valuable. Here in San Diego, your outdoor space is your number one. Besides your, after your living space, this is where you go.
But you get additional living space, indoor, outdoor, and kind of mesh it together. And let's break it down. I mean, you've got patio, hardscape, fire pits, outdoor kitchens, and your gardens, right?
Right. So in a typical family, we try to get them to use the space between all ages, toddlers up to grandparents. And so when they come over, you want to be able to dine outside. You want to be able to use a fire pit. We want an outdoor kitchen. And all three of those, we kind of create a triangle between the three of those: dining, fire pit, outdoor kitchen, because everybody uses those together, usually in the evening time, sometimes in the daytime. If you use them in the daytime, what we want is an outdoor patio structure to create shade.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what the covers look like and the paving or the finished flooring that you're doing.
Right. So we have lots of options. Our patio, our coverings are covered structures potentially because you want to protect yourself from the sun. Those are the best ways to do it. And you want to protect yourself from the elements. If you have patio furniture, we cover them from the rain and from the mist.
They really look nice.
And they look great, and they're beautiful. The next thing is the hardscape. We want to do either concrete, energy-efficient pavers, because what they do is they help soak up some of the water and not create so much runoff. We do pavers.
Acid-washed concrete is amazing.
It's beautiful. Whenever I offer concrete, people say, I don't like the old look of concrete, but we have a completely new look of concrete. It's called Etched Concrete.
Yes,
it kind of takes off the top layer and exposes a really nice fine aggregate of the concrete. It's very beautiful, very elegant, and it's very popular right now.
And then, of course, fire pits. I mean, they're huge now.
You can't go wrong with a fire pit. What it does is not only does it look beautiful and it's great, it brings people together, and that's what we're all about. Bringing family together, allowing you to use your outdoor space again.
And it's funny too, Greg, because you and I, we have kids. Mine are younger, yours are a little bit older, but it's still a very nice place to be able to sit down, relax, talk to your family.
It doesn't matter whether they're young kids or grown kids. I mean, we entertain in our outdoor living space.
Well, not only that, I mean, Tony can create something where, sure, you've got a fire pit or a fireplace, and you've got a really nice area here, and maybe you've got grass next to it with some plants where they're playing. Maybe there's a pool, all that.
And another big thing is kitchens, outdoor kitchens. Now, that could be what I would call a wet kitchen where you have a sink, or it could just be a barbecue with an island and, maybe a burner to keep things hot, right?
We keep those. We do those, and then we allow a little bit of prep space. So, a typical outdoor kitchen is as small as 6 feet long, and we've done some that are up to 25 feet long. But it's for, it all depends on how you entertain and how how big your family is. So everything is basically based on your living, your
pets,
style
everything,
of living.
all of that.
Pets, everything. So speaking of pets, artificial turf really has made a lot of changes, leaps and bounds from what it used to be. Drainage is great. We do that for pets all the time.
So Landscape Logic is similar as my company, Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, is that we design and build just like you. And this is a lot of stuff that you incorporate. I mean, you do the interior, or the design conceptual plans. And then now we're talking about incorporating drought-tolerant plants and drip irrigation and those kind of things into the project, because you want a low-maintenance project, right?
Low maintenance. We want to save on water. We want to save. We want to protect our elements, and so we're doing a lot of artificial turf right now. The next thing beyond artificial turf is what's called a smart mat. I don't know if you've heard of these. This is all succulents. So it looks like a lawn, but it requires only water once or twice a week. Very efficient, and it's multicolor, so it's beautiful.
Well, you also notice there's a lot of green here without using a lot of water. That's the point here as well.
It doesn't look like the desert. I mean, this is lush and beautiful.
Right, and then we go away. We move away from our old traditional spray irrigation. We go to things like drip irrigation, very small, very minimal, to tree bubblers to water your trees. And that cuts down the water, by 90%.
And we need to, because we're getting just killed with the water increases.
Water increases are going to be up to 6% more next year, beginning of the year. So.
All right, Tony Vitali, we have a fan question for you. In fact, let me get to that right here. It's right here. There we go. We love to entertain and want to have an outdoor dining space. Should that be almost part of our outdoor kitchen or perhaps a little bit away?
Yeah, I kind of touched on that earlier. I think what we're trying to do is create that triangle effect to where you can be close to the outdoor kitchen and maybe possibly a fire pit, because you potentially use all three of those at the same time in the evening time. So it all depends on how much space you have in your yard and how big your family is. You need space to move around.
And most likely a cover over the whole thing, especially if you're wanting to be protected from the sun.
Ideally a cover. You could have, hanging lights, a chandelier, things like that. The ambiance is just would be amazing. Yeah.
All right, Tony Vitali, Landscape Logic, thank you so much, my friend. One of our great pros. You need to call him at 619-399-2229. You can get 10% off up to $500 plus free consultation, which is very cool.
That's right.
Yes, again, 10% off up to $500 at 619-399-2229. Pick up the phone and call him. He's a great guy, great company. That's why he's with us. And we've got Jordan Fraser with Thompson Building Materials. Jordan.